Can you talk a little bit, for viewers who might not be intimately familiar with how venture capitalism works? Can you talk a little bit about this venture or VC role in the defense industry today, and how that is different from the investments in all of these legacy prime contractors, who have been dominating the space for so long?
Yeah, sure. And I think what's really critical is to give a very brief overview of VC and then apply this to the space, because obviously venture capital overall is this very risky form of investment, right? A lot of these venture capitalists, generally speaking, regardless of the industry, they know that the vast majority, I think 75% of VC-backed startups fail. So the overall concept of venture capital is that it's very high risk, but also very high reward. Most of these companies will fail, but those that succeed will bring the investors very high rates of returns, which make these venture capitalists very, very wealthy, assuming they're successful in this process. So essentially what's going on is we're bringing this very high risk, high reward game into the defense space. And I guess the best way to describe it is that it really soups it up in a way I find particularly dangerous, because they're showing up, they're injecting a lot of this cash to these VC-backed defense tech companies at the beginning. They're saying, here you go. Let's hope you come back with defense contracts. And it seems that they didn't do this so much a few years ago, but this, I think VC investing has doubled over the last 5 years, approximately speaking. They're learning, venture capitalists are learning that if they do this, they now have been able to succeed and bring a lot of major players to the forefront, such as Anduril, such as Palantir. And it's exactly as you said, they're now able to compete with these more standard, let's say, defense contractors, right? And I think what they're able to do is they're able to beat them out on contracts. It's my understanding that a couple of the standard defense tech corporations actually started up venture capital arms to try to compete with this type of investing, right? To be able to maintain their ability to secure contracts. So at the end of the day, what we're seeing is they're creating these like companies that are kind of leaner. Maybe they're able to say something along the lines of, see, Anduril doesn't need as much support from these government defense contracts like Lockheed Martin would. These more traditional defense contractors are maybe slower. They're procuring more expensive products. Why not hire our the defense tech companies we've supported? Why not hire them instead to do your work? They'll do it more quickly. A lot of the times they'll brag about doing the work up front to then be able to sell to the defense or to the government, I'm sorry. And that's kind of the procedure they're using. And now it does really seem to be paying off for them. I think Rebellion Defense, which is a VC-backed defense tech company backed by Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO, I think its contracts doubled, for example, in 2023. Palantir, again, VC backed. It had not been profitable for many, many years, but last year it essentially bragged to people that had invested in it. Look, we've been able to generate this profit of 72 million. So I think what venture capitalists are now learning is, this is now a profitable space. Let's come in and flood it with money, and we're going to get these really high returns on our investments at the end of the day.